My name is Blake Spann, and welcome to Venice Creatives. This short series is about bringing recognition to all the artistic and talented people at Venice. School is still focused on academics as it should be, but I feel like it'd be worth interviewing the people that are more focused on art. And while I can't interview everyone with an artistic passion at Venice, I will interview two people from different genres of art. The first two people I'll be interviewing are Jaden Dean. You can find him on Instagram at Jaden Dean Art. And Jenna Ray Nanto.
Wait, I'm staring at the camera or staring at Jaden? Okay.
You can find her at jennaray.n. Without further ado, let's get into it.
I like painting because it's so fast, but I also love drawing because that's what I started out doing.
I like illustration because it allows artists to exaggerate reality, and that's why I always think art has been just an artist's perspective on reality.
I've been drawing ever since I could hold a pencil, since probably like 2 or 3, or I've been creating, the little child things. I've been making art for a while.
I'd say since I was born, or ever since I could hold a pencil, and I don't know, ever since then, it's just been a really long, windy road. But during middle school, I took a really long hiatus, and I started back again in 8th grade, I think.
Other artists inspire me, like how successful they can be, and their art just being so good, and I'm like, I just want to be that good.
Over the years, I gained a following on Instagram, and just the people who were on there constantly supporting me have always been a really big inspiration.
What do I use I use Procreate. That's it. That's all I do. I don't draw digitally that often, but I do try. I'm trying to get into it because I feel like it just saves space in your house. Like no more sketchbooks, no more canvases. Not that I don't like that, it's just that it does save a lot of space and time and other things. I like it.
On iPad, I use Procreate. It's really intuitive. I also use Clip Studio Paint on desktop on computers, and I would use it on the iPad, but it's subscription, so I'm not really down for that.
Yeah, I do. After high school, I want to go to an art college.
I'm really interested in Otis College of Art and Design. It looks really fun, and I like how art is its main focus, as it's also my main focus. Well, honestly, besides that, I think I always planned on going freelance instead of worrying about an art degree, which may not be worth it.
And a lot of people suggest that I go to a school with a good art program, and the reason why I don't want to is because ever since middle school and high school, they'd always have like an art program in there, and then it will be kind of like a side thing in school, and I just want to be submerged in the environment of like art. I am kind of worried about being so submerged into it that it kind of drains me out, and then eventually I want to drop out because a lot of people, I've seen a lot of like documentaries and stuff, and people would be like, oh, getting an art degree isn't worth it, and I'm like, I can see where they're coming from, and then I just don't want to waste money and time being in school when eventually I'll end up dropping it. But hopefully I get in, and hopefully I stay in, and hopefully I get a degree or go from there.
There's a lot of jobs in the film industry and in the in the art industry. So I might pursue either animation, concept art, storyboarding for movies. That seems really fun. Playing with composition and lighting and depth of field, Uh, just a bunch of that fun stuff.
I don't know what career, as long as it's in the arts, as long as I make it successful and I'm happy what I'm doing, as long as it's in the arts. I'm thinking about getting into illustration. I'm always gonna be sticking to fine arts because that's what I've always liked. But yeah, maybe like a storybook person or something like that.
Yeah, in middle school, I wanted to try out other fields. I tried programming. It really was not fun, actually, now that I think about it. Kudos to you, Blake. I interned for this game development company called GameGen, and I would help them program. Really not my cup of tea.
No. I've had like phases where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm grind all day, and then I'm gonna be like that for like a cool like 3 months, and then there's gonna be like this dry patch where I'm just like so like dead. I'm like, I don't know what I can make anymore, and then it'll be really rough, cause when I don't paint or draw, like, I'm gonna sound so like pretentious right now, but I feel like I'm gonna die, like like it just sucks, cause that's all I do. That's all I'm good at. And then once I don't have that, it's like, what am I gonna do? No, I don't get bored, but I do get dry with it sometimes, and I try not to, but.
I tried sports. I don't know. I always came back to art.
It's hard because I practice a lot of different styles of drawing, and working with different mediums, I feel like in every medium it looks different. I try to go for a semi like realistic type of like style, but I don't know what exactly my style is or what I'm doing right now. I'm still trying to find what my style is, so not yet, I don't know.
I like to exaggerate forms, not with fine art, but with pose and expression. And so I kind of just like to exaggerate that for more dramatic outcomes. And I feel like it just tells a better story.
No, I was never proud of my work when I first started out, just because there was a lot of people who were like skillfully better than me. And I remember in elementary school, I did love drawing, and there was a few kids that loved it just as I did. And I remember them being like, oh man, I know someone who can draw so much better than you, or something like that. And then it was always like a comparison. That's probably why I started to move towards realism, because I was like, I gotta get better than them.
I remember starting out as a freelance artist, and I remember being really scary, but also pretty fun, going out and just trying to find people who would be interested in my illustrations. And so I would make a portfolio, make websites. That was really fun, and just make a name for myself out there. I remember being kind of hectic, but it was really fun.
I just started becoming proud of my work when I started like succeeding for myself instead of like succeeding just to be better than others, which is like super like whack. I don't even know why I ever thought like that. I mean, I'm just glad I'm proud of my work now. I felt like I wasn't really like in an art community for a cool minute. And then once I did, I felt like it has opened a lot of opportunities and a lot of doors and a lot of like perspectives on art, being that it is important in society and in like the world in general.
Well, besides like getting critiques from Flash artist Brett Booth, and from my favorite artist Greg Capullo, there's been Bob Quinn, Kyler, Claude Felter. Well, there's been a lot of artists who have helped me out over the years, and it's just really inspiring that they would take the time out of their day to help someone like me.
And that people can be successful and make living off of art. And without the art community, I wouldn't have known about that, and I would have kept thinking, oh, I'm gonna be like a bum, being like, being into art and stuff. So the art community has impacted me in a very positive way. To other young artists, I would say that you shouldn't really care about what other people are doing or what they're saying or how bad your work may seem at the beginning. If you really like it, then go for it. And if you don't like something, like this is also in general for like people in general, but if you don't like something and you really don't want to do it anymore and it's really killing you inside, then don't do it and just do what you feel like you're supposed to be doing.
One thing that really hampered me was trying to find an art style very early on, and I tried to do this way before learning about anatomy, lighting, line weights, form, posing, composition, perspective, and I say just learn the basics, and I feel like your art style will come naturally rather than just slowing yourself down in your growth.
And yeah, so that's my advice.